Let's go,
Yeah.
man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's get it, baby. Let's get it.
Let's go, family. Hey, you
Work. Let's go to
I
work.
don't own the rights to the song, but y'all know this is back in the day. Yeah, that's the Houdini. Y'all gotta feel it. Y'all see, there's something about music from back in the day, baby. They just get you right for the day. For the day, baby. It's gonna be on and popping today, baby. It's Friday. You know we gotta get right. And you know I had to drop a little Houdini up on y'all brothers and sisters today. And you know I'm Nick.
I'm Mike.
And we military brothers having sport, and you know it's special guest Friday. We got my man T Champ in the house. Welcome in our brothers family. So you know we're gonna really have a great show today, man. And you know we're gonna be talking about a whole bunch of things. In Black History Month, we honor Venus and Serena Williams, talking about those. And we also gonna be talking about JJ Watt. And they released that brother, man. Then we're gonna be talking about them Knicks. I see my man got mixed up, but you know I'm a representative of the Hornets, baby. That's how we do. It's one love, nothing but love. You know, fam, we about to get in and get the show. Hey, let's go. What's up, family? What's up, family? How y'all doing today? As you know, family, I'm Nick.
I'm Mike. Let's go.
We military brothers talking sport. We have a special guest in the house. This brother always chiming in there, kind of like that. I said, you know what? I said, Mike, man, we got to get this brother on the show. I want to see what this brother got to say, man. You know, we're honored to have our special guest, Mr. T Champ. Welcome, my brother.
Thank you, my brothers.
How you, man?
Thank you, my brothers. It is an honor and a pleasure to be here with you. Eat Flatbush Finest right here, baby. Brooklyn, New York, in the house. Let's get it. Let's get it.
What's up, baby. That's what's up. Hey, he got his boxing glow-ups on today. he told me he's ready, man. He said, Nick, I'm ready for y'all today, brother. He said, I'm prepared. Y'all don't realize what you got in the house. Okay, we're gonna test this brother's knowledge. We're gonna see what the brother gonna bring to the table today. But before we get started, I would like to ask my man Mike, man, how was your day today, my brother?
Man, look, it's Friday, man. I'm off. I'm relaxing. I'm glad to be here. As you can see, I'm representing the NY, and let it be known, this is my original starter jacket that I had since I was 16 years old, man. A little snug, but I'm gonna kill it today. I'm gonna kill it.
I'm about to say, Mike, how you fit that jacket, man? Told me you had it when you was 16.
Hey, man, a lot of push-ups and drinking milk, man. You know how it go down, man.
I'll tell you, man. Yesterday, family, apologize. We couldn't make the show where I'm located. We had an ice storm, so the stuff was shut down. Finally made it in, so we had to get some stuff finished up on the boats. But hey, we here today, so I apologize for that. But we ready to rock today, man. Y'all brother ready to get this thing going today?
Always.
All right, let's do it, man. All right, the first conversation in honor of Black History Month, family. We're going to talk about Venus and Serena Williams, those beautiful sisters. And since, you know, T Champ, you the special guest for today, we're going to let you start off, man. Let you start the show off, man. What's your thoughts on those two amazing sisters?
Couple things come to mind, my good brothers. Number one, winners. Hard work, consistency. But the most, I think, impressive thing, especially about when you think about Serena, she's been counted out so many times, so many obstacles against her, and she always comes back. And we forget how great she is. She might lose here, she might lose there, man, but the consistency and the things that she's done has been fantastic. So, man, phenomenal choice. You know, I was looking up some stats, especially on Serena, almost close to 850 just wins, man. Wins. Fantastic. I mean, and the consistency. So we got to honor this sister, both of the sisters. And then when you look at Venus, okay, and her ascension as well, both fantastic and fantastic choices from there.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on that, Mike?
Well, first of all, man, I think we're all old enough to remember when it was all about Venus. And here comes baby sister coming up and got to earn her stripes. And next thing you know, she actually blew past her, man. And she's incredible, you know, from the little girls with the beads in their head, all the racial epithets and abuse that they took from tennis worldwide until they just dominated and no one can handle them. As T-Champ said, I'm a springboard off that. Champs. Undisputed. What they've done is incredible. Icon, the fashion, everything they do, man, and they represent strong women nationwide, man. They're definitely young ladies that little girls should look up to, man. They are very strong. They've held everything with class. From the comments from John McEnroe, from the comments that one reporter had the nerve to ask Serena, "Do you feel intimidated when you planned against Sharapova because of her looks?" What? Not our black queen. She's not gonna do it like that, man. There's no way. There's no way that girl is dominating Serena in any form of fashion, man. And I love the smackdown that she puts on her to let her know you can never beat me on a good day, which is steroid using self. Yo, man, them sisters are icons, future tennis Hall of Fame on stamps, museums, everything you can think of, man.
I feel you, man. When I think about Venus Serena Williams, man, I really think about their parents. Y'all remember, man, when Richard Williams, man, would talk about these girls and he also told people about Serena. That one was all up on Venus. He said, I'm letting you know right now, Serena's going to be the best ever. He said that. He said, y'all talking about Venus. He said, Serena's going to be better than Venus. He saw something that nobody else could see. As you know, as a parent, there's sometimes you identify things about your kids that sometimes people just don't see. And him as well as because you would see the mother always at the game, but she was kind of behind the scene. The father was more in the front. Like, hey, he was going to protect his daughters, speak up for his kids. But he foretell that thing and tell people, listen, y'all up there looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, Venus on top right now, but wait till Serena get developed, because she was a teenager. Once she developed into an adult, and she started dominating, and she started hitting that ball. Because Venus, man, she has an amazing, power stroke. That serve, man, was amazing. But Serena had the complete game. Those was the man, and because they used to hit the ball so hard, they were intimidated by these girls. They were in most cases like that. Instead of giving these women credit, they want to pull them down and make it seem like, okay, we're going to be intimidated. No, what they're saying is show them the respect that they do. That's all they want. They want to be respected, and they want to give credit where credit is due. They were actually the best, and they met 9 Grand Slams against one another. Serena having more wins, and Serena, man, has literally 3 times as many single Grand Slam champions as Venus does. So the father prediction was, well, as we know, Serena is viewed as the greatest. But the beautiful thing I can say about it now, a lot of these foreign players, man, when they play against Serena now, they give her flowers, man. You can see they have so much respect for her and what she has done for the game. And so I was watching her play today as she they were showing a rerun of her match, and she won. But it's like they give her so much respect now because, as you know, she's on the back end of her career. And so they give homage where homage is due.
I want to touch base on something you said about protection, man. I'll never forget this. One of these fans, I guess deranged, he tried to run and touch Serena one time, and they arrested him, and they put him in jail, and they interviewed the father. And that brother's from Compton in the house, and the father said, "Let him go, let him go. Don't keep him in jail. I'll be waiting right outside." And I love that brother for that, man. I love that brother for that, because That's that strong father figure that he's always been, man. He said, I got the protection. Go ahead and let him go. I don't want to press charges. I want him dropped immediately. Please let him go.
And that's my thing. Did you want to say something, T-Champ? I definitely want to make sure they balance.
Yeah, I was going to say one of the classy things Serena did was, you remember a couple of years ago when she lost at the U.S. Open to the young lady, I believe, is it Osaka? Is that her last name?
Yeah.
Lost to her, and the young lady beat her, and the crowd started to boo, and Serena was like, "Nah. We're not going to do that.
Right.
We don't let this young lady shine. She won fair and square. Don't do that." Right.
Yeah.
And that was classy, man. A lot of times it's not about always winning. It's how you lose sometimes. Right.
Yeah.
And bringing that quality, man. And she represented, man. She represented.
Hey, man.
I love it, man. Classy. The changing of the guard is here. Young golf coming through the ranks. And
yes, sir.
I just love it, man. I love the way Serena and Venus hug after their matches. Listen, we're both paid. And may the best person win. And afterwards, hey, I'm going to sit in the stands and support you on your next round.
And that's the other thing I was going to get about these sisters, man. You kind of touched on the mic, how these ladies are entrepreneurs off the court. They've gotten into designing industry. They open up doors for other players and even people, man. So my thing is that they're doing stuff that's off the court that's also benefiting the community, helping people out. But the one thing I tell people, I said, you know what? It's the sports that show diversity to where you can see a mixture of things. You start introducing and drawing people of color in, all races and stuff. That's actually where industries start to flourish and actually get big. If you look at it, soccer worldwide, soccer is recognized as the most popular sport. It's soccer worldwide. But if you look at soccer, it's a multitude of different colors out there. When they started, and I never forget, people really started watching tennis more when Venus and Serena came on the scene. And just think about it, it was years later that because more people was watching Venus when she and Serena, when they get to the finals, the TV ratings would go up. So that is also another reason why they were saying the Grand Slam champion, on the male and the women's side, should be the same. So they made a major impact as it pertains to that as well. Like I said, get them women and get them ladies their flowers is due, man. So you have to tip your hat to them for that.
Yeah, innovators, man. I mean, you always want to come into the game. You want to make your impact. You want to leave it better than when you came in. Yep. And these young ladies have done that, on and off the court.
Right.
Yeah. You guys are absolutely right, man. I mean, kudos, give them the flowers here. The strong father figure, man, making sure. And I don't think the tennis world respected him giving the girls lessons until it was time to, go higher. Here's a guy going out there with a paint bucket filled with tennis balls. He's throwing it at the girls, and they're getting busy, man.
Right.
And everybody looked at them like, okay, well, this guy must be dreaming if he's saying that they're the best. I mean, like, everybody wants their kid to be the best. But he was determined, man. And one of them asked, there was a reporter, and I forgot what the exact question was. And the father stopped the interview right there and said, listen, first of all, they're kids. That's a question you ask an adult. So he was always protective, man. And he's just to be commended, man. You got to give it up to him, man, because this guy didn't have to take the time to take these girls to the park every single day, watch them develop, put them where they needed to be. I'm sure everyone's familiar with the city of Compton. Don't want to come down on Compton, but for those two girls to beat those odds and rise to the top and be where they are today, articulate, graceful, elegance, strong, everything you can think of, man.
Yeah,
like my boy Rakim says, it ain't where you're from, it's where you at, man.
That's true. I'm gonna make this one last point, then we're gonna move on to this next hot topic. Do y'all remember, man, when at all the games, Richard Williams will always have that camera with him, man, taking about a million pictures, man, reserving the moment, capturing these moments that he knew. This is something, man, that you girls gonna think about when you get old and show your kids. We have something for you to show your kids. And so that's the thing that stand up to, man. He's like, I had to cherish this moment that I have with my kids while they're still, young and stuff like that. So I know that brother have a million pictures of them, man. So like I said, hats off to them, man, for what they have accomplished. Yeah. All right, brothers. Now it's on to this topic. The hot topic of today is J.J. Watt just requested a release from the Houston Texans. So I'm going to take. I'll go last. Let's chime in on your thoughts on that, Mike. We're gonna start with you this time, Mike. What's your thoughts on that, my brother?
This is what I need to happen. I need every single Texan fan, every piece of energy you had towards Deshaun Watson. I need you to shift that energy onto J.J. Watt, because I said it. Roll tape. J.J. Watt is next. You just don't get rid of Jadeveon Clowney, DeAndre Hopkins. You're messing with Deshaun. This man said, I want to apologize for wasting your time. And all of a sudden, he been released. Texan forever. They're giving him a mad farewell on Twitter. It's just overjoy. I don't think so. I want the barrage to come at Watt like it did at Watson, man. And I have nothing against J.J. Watt, but it's these fair weather fans that think a contract binds somebody to where they need to be at with no type of regard to his life and what he wants. Wow. Let's go.
Tracy, man, hear what you got to say about.
Look, man, you got to control your destiny. Like I said to you guys before, Deshaun Watson, he's got a heck of an agent to have a no-trade clause. But imagine if he did not have a no-trade clause, the situation he would be in. Let's talk about J.J. Watt. 31, man. J.J. Watt's had a couple of major injuries. I think he just completed for the second time in his career where he played 16 games. So he's had a lot of injuries, okay? So I think right now at 31, what he's looking at and saying, I need a chip. I'm playing for the chip, man. So if I'm playing for the chip, I need to control my destiny. I'm not for this rebuild. So I think, man, he looked and said, look, this is the time. I am laying out, I'm basically laying out and saying I am essentially 5 teams I'm going to. And where am I going to go for the chip? And he's controlling his destiny. So if he can do it, why can't Deshaun do it?
Hey, see what's going on, Ace, my brother. Hey, you see what Ace said, right? Where's Dick Vermeer?
Yes, Ace Dog. Yes, Ace Dog. And Brett Farr as well. Where is thee? Where is thou? Where art thou? I can't hear y'all, man.
The issue that they had with Deshaun Watson is that he spoke up asking about being traded. So what did J.J. Watt do? He said, hey, I'm going to ask for my release. So my thing is, and I understand they were saying Deshaun Watson is the face of the franchise and whatnot like that. But J.J. Watt was still under contract. So why is it that it's not a big issue when Watt asks for a release, but when Deshaun asks for one, you want to hold him hostage? You want to hold him against his will. But I'm just wondering. That sounds kind of strange.
Hypocritical, man. Hypocrites. Hypocrite. I don't hear. Where's Dick Buckus, Mike Buckus, whatever his name is? I don't hear people now, man. I mean, it's like an echo. I'm in a tunnel, man.
Gotcha. So my question to you guys, what do you guys think is probably going to be the landing spot? Where do you think you're going to end up?
I'm going to tell you, man, like I said, if I'm him, 31, I'm looking at the top 5 teams, man. That's a player away, okay? Because I'm not trying to waste any time. You know, if look, man, last year when they played Kansas City, they were up on Kansas City championship game, beating the crap out of them, and they lost. And then they fall back the way they fell back this year, okay? So he's like, man, look, I want to play in the big game.
Yeah.
At 31, you don't have too many more snaps, man. You don't have too many more. So I'm thinking it's got to be. I was thinking about this today. Tampa Bay. I'm thinking.
Okay.
Right. Okay. If he wants to sacrifice some money, I'm wondering about Miami. I'm wondering about Jacksonville. You know, looking at those opportunities where there's a culture and maybe an opportunity. I know you want me to say your Steelers, right? Because them Steelers got an opportunity because his brother is there. But I don't know if they're a player or two away from being in the big dance.
Don't give him a heart attack, man. Don't give Nick a heart attack, please. Did you also say KC? Did I hear that?
And I was gonna say KC.
I had that lined up. Yeah.
What's your thoughts, Mike? Those are some good squads.
Listen, he's right, man, because besides the hate that people gave Deshaun that I want shifted to him, he's right, man. This guy got some injuries. He's getting up in age, man. He's looking around. Green Bay's on the table.
Mike, interesting that you said Green Bay. You know he played for Wisconsin. Just saying.
Sounds good, man. Hometown boy coming home.
Yeah, that's a good one, Mike.
Man. Talk to Aaron, work some things out, pull that Brady. Maybe you get a cut of your salary, man, and let's build this this O-line, man. Or listen, man, JJ Watt, I like his work ethic, man. I have nothing against the dude. Hard-working brother, man. It's just like the Houston Texans are falling apart, man.
But this is the thing, man. Dealing with Houston, this start ever since that head coach would put it in that general manager position. He was both the head coach and the GM. And ever since that, man, it's like, and actually I'm going to go back even because you realize the son is now the owner of the franchise. The father, he died. So now, he didn't put in the work to get that franchise. His father put in the work. So I don't think he had the same passion that his father had in order to be a successful organization. But I also think that, hey, you know what? He kind of have a different perspective of, okay, I need to show that I am in control. Sometimes he try to supersede his father instead of following his father's footsteps in order to make it better. He's like, he's falling like, okay, he needs to prove a point, like he's in control. And so that is the wrong mentality to have. Now, as it pertains to J.J. Watt, to me, he's not the J.J. Watt of when he was 23, 24 years old. We all know when he was arguably one of the best player in the league. And I would love for him to come to Pittsburgh, but it would be more of a role play, not trying to get a whole bunch of snaps out of him. No, get him to where he has a couple of snaps, the way you bring him off the bench and stuff. To me, that's the type of player he is right now because of all the injuries he's had. He is not that same J.J. Watt, that dominant player that you had to double team back when he was much younger. He's much older. He's had some surgeries and stuff like that. So if he were to come to Pittsburgh, I don't think Pittsburgh is a contending team based upon one, Marquise Pouncey just announced his retire. He's going to retire. Okay. So now Pittsburgh has to get a center. Pittsburgh offensive line, man, is atrocious. As you know, Mike, I keep it 100. Pittsburgh offensive line is atrocious. We don't know what we're doing at the quarterback position. To me, I think they need to tell Ben Roethlisberger, go into the house, go ahead and take the $16 million hit. Go ahead and be honest. Just think about it. If you go ahead and take the hit next year, you clear that cap space for the year after. So now you got $41 million when possibly the cap is going to go up. Right now, they projected the cap to either go down or remain the same. So next year, go ahead and take that hit and say, hey, we're going to take this next year as more of an evaluation year because you have a new offense coordinator, putting a new system in place, and really evaluate who you keeping and who you letting go. I mean, I understand Dupree, good dominant player, but to me, Dupree is going to cost you $15 million you bring him back. I wouldn't bring him back either. So to me, man, Pittsburgh is in a rebuilding year. So if I'm J.J. Watt, I would love to play with my brother, but if I want a chip, to me, the best landing spot, I think, is actually Green Bay. You said that. It's because the problem with Green Bay isn't offense. The problem with Green Bay is on the defensive end. And so you understand that if they can improve that defense, solidify some key positions, especially at end, putting pressure on the quarterback, because you realize no one got to Tom Brady. So Tom Brady, man, when you can put pressure on him, when Baltimore used to beat Tom Brady, they were getting him by blitzing and putting pressure on him. So that's the way you increase your probability of winning. They got to deal with the Aaron Rodgers situation. Got to bring Aaron Rodgers back. But to me, the best fit for him, love him being Pittsburgh, but the best fit for him, I think, is Green Bay.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah. AA says it to me. What? What about Jared Jones? Messing up the whole team. Hey, man. But see, that's why, we love Jared Jones. We love Jared Jones. Jared Jones, he wants to be the coach, general manager, vice president. He won't be over the equipment guy. Jared Jones is we want to be everything. He want to make it seem like he did everything. That's the reason why Jared Jones had an issue when people were giving Jimmy Johnson all the credit when they won them couple of Super Bowl. Jared, he's a nut.
I was gonna say that, man. He messed that team up.
Boy,
he hasn't been the same since he said that to Jimmy Johnson. They won one championship after that.
That's what I was going to say.
When they brought in Barry Switzer, yep. I mean, they just messed the whole thing up, man. I mean, lost the discipline, just fell apart. That team could have won, 3-4 in a row, man. As dominant.
I'm glad they didn't.
I'm glad they didn't either. I'm not a Cowboy fan, but you got to give it up to that talent they had, man. They had some talent. They were dominant.
Y'all know I really don't like them boys, man. But I will give it up to all the talented players that they had. They used to bring the pain. Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin.
Baby.
The list is endless, man. Let's be real. But like you said, it's been 25 long years, man. I think I'm aging right now just thinking about them boys, man.
Coming to winning the championship. It's been a long time. Jared Jones, man. And this is the thing I can say about ownership. And it's the same thing kind of with Washington. As an owner, man, you need to know your place and know your role. Your job is to be up in there, in the box seats. Don't be making comments. Don't be the headlines and stuff like that. I didn't, man, until, last week, I didn't know what the Buccaneers owner looked like. Till he was on the field getting that
Exactly. Stay behind the scenes. Stay behind the scenes and know what it takes to make your players happy and stop trying to run people and own people.
That is
they all have to learn. Look, the guy that was owning this team right here was a mess. Steinbrenner was a mess. In the late 80s, he was a mess, got suspended, the whole thing.
Horrible.
With him getting suspended, they were able to develop the team. They hooked in my man, Derek Jeter, my favorite all-time player. If Steinbrenner was a Steinbrenner that he was in the 80s, he would have traded Jeter away. He'd have traded Mariano away. He would have traded all those guys.
Man, I've been one of the crazy.
He got out of his way. He let the baseball people run it. And, man, they went on a run, 4 or 5 year run, and were the model organization of sports. You got to put your people in your role and let them do their thing. Like we were talking about, Nick, before. People got to know their role, man, and do their thing.
And even with the Yankees, man, you bring it up. I'm a Yankee. I think we all Yankees fan, man.
Yep,
and we may even slip a little baseball conversation.
Let's do it, man.
Hey, we're gonna talk. We're gonna slide. What's your guys' thoughts on Cashman as a manager of the Yankees? I know we're talking about J.J. Watt, but you brought the Yankees, man. I just want to get you guys. We're all Yankees fans. Me personally,
you guys said Holland. I want to say he's a Yankee fan as well. The owner's one job is to make sure the business is handled, to pay for it. That's it. Exactly.
Agreed.
I don't see what's the hard part, because if I have a business, I want to know if my employees happy, are they good, and can they serve? Same thing with the team. Your employees are the players. They can serve. Sit back. Let your management handle that, man. You're trying to have your hand into each and everything, man. You're going to lose.
But the one thing I can say about J.J. Watt, also, he is an excellent representative off the field. He's really going to be in the community. He did some amazing things. And that's what didn't get me about what the Houston Texans are thinking about in Houston. Deshaun Watkins, man, was in the community. And I think, Mike, me and you touched on this. When the COVID hit, man, his first game check, He gave it to people who were losing money. My thing is, I would have gone to him before I went to the darn coach, realize what the value is at. Like, hey, Deshaun, what can we do to make sure we keep you happy here? Because you are the face of the franchise, and we want to get behind you. So even in those dumb decisions of getting rid of with D-Hop, viewed as one of the best wide receivers in the league, I would have gone to him like, what's your thoughts? That should have never got rid of the Hop. That was so dumb.
You got to, man. That brother right there is arguably top 3, top 4 quarterback in the game today.
Yes.
Quarterback is the face of your franchise, right? So look, you make a bad quarterback choice, okay? It can ruin you for the next 5 to 6 years, right? Chicago Bears, they skip over, trade over, get Trubinsky, right? And they're ruined that day right now, man, because Watson was in that draft, and Trubinsky is garbage. Okay,
yes.
So now you're looking at that situation where that team is ruined, man. 4 or 5 years, you're in a bad situation. So you got a jewel there. You got to protect him, man, and build around him and do all of those things. And they just didn't do it.
Guess what, you champ? Guess who else was in that draft? Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
So that's my thing, man. That's bad. That goes to show you right now. That's bad organization. Don't know what you are doing. Man. You were passed over, arguably, top 5, arguably quarterbacks in the league. You passed over, and you
2 of them.
2 of them, not 1, but 2.
These are the guys we're gonna be watching for the next at least 10 years on Sunday.
Bruh,
okay, you don't know. There's no doubt about it. I want to get back to that Cashman question you asked.
Yeah, right? I want to know what's your thought.
Here's what I'll say real quickly, man. Like, I'm a huge Yankee fan.
Same here.
That team that went on the run in the 90s, Cashman didn't build that team. That was Bob Watson's team.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. That's what I let people know. Now,
Cashman left. Now, Bob Watson and Steinbrenner didn't get along. He left. Cashman came in and rode that. Right? Mm-hmm. Then when they fired Joe Torre, ever since they fired Joe Torre, he's got 1 championship. He was fortunate to get that. Okay. Yeah. And he got a lot of things that have fallen into place. So right now, Cashman has he's done some smart things. He's found some players that were undervalued and have significantly produced on the upside, like Luke Voigt and Gio and those guys that he's found. They still have won that championship, man. And the New York Yankees about winning championships, baby, 27. Okay, so we don't get in just to get to the second round. Like we get in and we don't win. We're significantly disappointed. So we got to figure out a way how to get past it. My last point will be is he's got to figure out we need pitching, man. We need pitching. Ooh. Okay. And it's been shown over the last few World Series, you got to have a dominant starter. We got Garrett Cole. We got his buddy from Pittsburgh to come in. That's a high risk because that guy hasn't pitched in 2 years. He's had 2 Tommy John surgeries. Now, upside is if he produces, will be great. But we got to get the pitcher. If we get a solid number 3 pitcher, we're good. And he hasn't produced that yet. So he's got to do that. And then we'll see.
What's the thoughts, Mike?
I want to shift gears for a hot second. I'm still on Cashman. You guys might not remember this man, but about 2 years ago, he got stopped in Connecticut by the police.
Oh yeah.
Somebody reported that there was a gun in his Jeep or whatever it was. He said he harbored no hard feelings towards the police. He obeyed their commands. They were just doing their jobs. Shout out to the police. So first of all, Cashman, you better be glad you were Caucasian. That's all I can say. You are familiar with police brutality in New York. So I had to move that to the side. I do a lot of research, man, on stuff like that. I'm a Yankee fan to the heart, man. But just because you got a break, Don't act like you don't read the New York Post, man, or the Daily News, man, and see what happens all around the city, man, nonstop, man. Especially Bronx, you know, where the stadium is. So I just wanted to touch base on that for a second, man. And I'm not coming down on 5-0 at all. I'm just saying the way he said it was like they were just doing their job. No, you just happen to be Caucasian and was in, you know, Connecticut where a whole lot wasn't rocking. Had you been our color, got stopped with a firearm in your seat, would have been a whole different story. You would have just been more than just held. You'd have went downtown, fingerprint, picture, everything else they can give you on the way down there. So,
you know, the whole thing.
Yeah,
man. Walking the whole thing.
Listen, man, that's all I want to say on that. You know, you're a rich guy, and you probably held your Yankee ID out, and that probably was saved you, man.
But the thing irritated me about the Yankees, man, a couple of years ago is when I agree with you 100%, T-Champ. The Yankees need pitching, but the Yankees not signing Didi Gregorius, Didi, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh boy.
For one, it has been proven
winning player, man.
Didi was a great player. He was a left-handed bat that the Yankees don't have right now. He was a good defenseman. And now that, and to me, man, it irritates me, man, when Yankees win a whole bunch of power home run hitting pitcher. I love DJ LeMahieu because DJ LeMahieu puts the ball on the bat. He keeps the ball in play and he hits the ball. That's why I like they could not afford to allow him to go. So to me, man, all this, because they should have never traded for Stanton. I like Stanton last year. He's the one who got him through. He was on fire. But, dude, the Joker can't stay healthy. You didn't have to trade for him. You already had enough hitting power. You needed, some consistent hitting. That no good darn catcher we got back there has ballooned up. And so my thing is that you need to doggone get rid of him. Get somebody else in there that can do the darn job.
Well, the thing about the Yankees, man, they have always thought that their wallet will get them to the way they were in the 90s. First of all, you could always count on Didi. I've seen the Yankees in some binds, and here this dude cracks one clean, and next thing you know, he got a double or a triple, man. I mean, and he can catch. This dude was giving you his all. One of the problems I have with the Yankees is that you will let good players go who you know you should keep. Kirk Granderson, Robinson Cano. Another one, you got to make people happy, man. If people are unhappy, see what you can do. Don't just be like, oh, you know what? We can buy another you. Yeah, but we're talking about some loyalty and some dedication, man. And I'm not knocking Stanton and all them high-powered dudes that they can get, but you had a crew. All you have to do is build on that, maintain, let it idle. But because of your high dollars, you New York, listen, let's get rid of these and let's bring in these and let's see what we can do. Okay. We've been through it, man. You know, we have. And
my thing about the Yankees is we need a stud left-handed pitcher. And I tell you why we need a stud left-handed pitcher, because we play in a park with a short right field porch. So when those teams come in, because we're so heavy right-handed pitching, they stack their lineup with left-handed hitters, power hitters, and it's tough, right? So we have not had a stud left-hander in years, okay? And that aspect from a pitching standpoint, we can't get by with this stitching like a starter that's going to go three innings, and then we're going to bring in another guy, middle relief, and that whole thing. That stuff won't work, and it's not going to work in the playoffs.
Well, one thing I can say, I think Jordan Montgomery is that left-handed pitcher because you got rid of last year. He was coming off of Tommy John surgery, actually out of the University of South Carolina. So really, man, I have a high expectation out of Jordan Montgomery this year. So to me, man, I think Jordan Montgomery, man, is that left-hander. But like you said, the pitching staff, man, they really have a lot of young pitchers that I'm looking forward to seeing this year. They had the one pitcher, I can't think of his name, that got in trouble. Yeah, he got suspended all last year because of domestic violence. He's back this year. He won 18 games a year before that. So he's going to play a prominent role. So it's all, it is all good. So, all right, man, it's interesting.
Before we got to sign the Yankees up with domestic violence training. Just stop it, man. All the way to Aroldis Chapman, man.
Shut it down.
Brothers got to shut that down. Stop it. Stop that, man. Stop it.
Let me ask you guys this question, man. I don't know if you heard this, man. You heard about Urben Meyer signing Chris Doyle, who got doggone fired for Iowa, and now he's the strength and conditioning coach with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I need to know you guys' thought on that. First, because I'm gonna throw this out there. If that would have been a black man, do you think he would have been given that same opportunity? I'm gonna just leave it at that.
It's disturbing. The league is 69% African American. The players, 69 to 70% African American. So what this hire shows you is that Urben Meyer basically said, look, they hired me. I am the man here. I'm going to take all this risk. I don't care about this man's history. He said he's known him for 20 years.
I don't get it, man. You can make racial slurs. You can belittle players, bully players, and all of a sudden you get picked back up. I work with students. I couldn't make a racist remark, belittle a student, or bully a student. They'd call me downtown to the district office and say, Mr. Rice, we're going to have to let you go on that. And that would be the end of that. I'm confused, man. You can't even abuse the customers at McDonald's and go off and think you're going to still work there. How do you justify that, man? But you know what? I know why. It's the good old boy system. Yep. And one hand washes the other type deal. Who knows what they did behind closed doors? I just have no words for it, man. I think it's a lack of class. And players need to be careful choosing that school.
But watch the school. No, this is Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I thought Urban was still in college, man.
No, okay. Urban's a new head coach with the Jacksonville Jaguars. But watch this, Mike. Remember, Urban Meyer was at Ohio State.
Yeah,
and that other scandal that took off. So it's like,
yeah,
dude. So
it don't stop. It don't stop.
So this is my point. It's like that statement that you made about at Ohio State when you knew what was going on, but you turn a blind eye to it, and like, I didn't see it and stuff like that. And you gave him another opportunity, gave him chance, knowing that violence that was taking place in the home. So now all of a sudden, you knew what was going on in Iowa. Everyone knows what's going on, what took place in Iowa, and you still want to bring him on as a strength and conditioning coach? Like there aren't other qualified people who have a cleaner and a better record who could not do the same job, if not better job than him? What kind of doggone mess is that? Appreciate it, Zach Smith. Appreciate that, my brother. I mean, what kind of mess is that, man? That's the stuff.
They've had a 20-year friendship. You can't deny the bond. So
that says more about Urban Meyer than that guy they actually got rid of. Your judgment of character. So you knew what he did, and you would find. If I was Trevor Lawrence, I would said after my debut today throwing that ball, I'll be like, if this is the guy you got as your strength coach, do not draft him with that first pick.
Exactly.
You know what Urban Meyer said? Urban Meyer said, yeah, I know him for 20 years. They asked him a question. And he said, yeah, in 3 years, we're going to have the best strength performance in the league. So that's So at the end of the day, that's what he cares about, right? And it shows you that just from an organizational standpoint, that he must be the checks and balances guy, right? Because this guy's got a questionable character. You bring him in. The school did a buyout. The school paid him $1 million. They covered his family's benefits until he found another job. Okay.
They take care of each other.
And they took care of him, right? So the school essentially said, hey, look, the benefits of this far outweigh the downside. So let's get this guy out of here.
Exactly.
But it seemed like the entire Iowa program has issues from a cultural standpoint that allowed this to go on, because folks are saying that, they were surprised at all of these revelations that started to come out after the law firm started to investigate what was going on. And it's like, come on, man, you're with these folks all the time. You're in the car rides with them, you're going places. Come on, man, you know how these guys think. You know what they're saying. So that situation is not cool.
And had the nerve to say his staff has been vetted
by him. Again, he's the checks and balances.
You know what, man? I said this term before. Don't do something on my shoes and tell me it's raining. That's all, man. Let's stop it, man. We know what this really is, man. Good old boy. Listen, man, I know you messed up. You know I messed up. While they was drinking some old Schaefer's or Milwaukee's Best, they said, you know what? Come on over. We got you. Water under the bridge.
I just hope it doesn't become like a situation, man, that gets out of hand. Because, again, these guys cover for each other. You look at the Kansas City situation with Andy Reid, his son, the unfortunate situation and things that happened. But, they knew Andy Reid's son had some problems, man. They knew he had some issues. Yeah. So this thing got out of hand. They finally had to let him go. You gonna tell me that didn't distract Andy Reid during the Super Bowl preparation?
I think so.
And he wasn't thinking about that kind of stuff, man. So this stuff will come out, man. But I think it's just disrespectful. The league against 69 to 70% African American. How you gonna explain that, man?
If you bring it
explanation, there's no explanation. But I hope, and I think I can put a little hope in this. Them Jaguar players not gonna put up with that, man. See, they know who and who not to do that to.
Right.
I truly believe in that, man, because that wouldn't have happened at a HBCU. And that's including staff, maintenance, teachers, students, everything. It would have been like, where you going with that? How dare you? But they look out for each other, man. And, if maybe that's how the Jaguars get down, man. I don't even see how that was allowed. Most people, when they're trying to protect the brand, they'll say, listen, we don't want to be a part of that, man. And we've seen that to the highest level, man, from a NASCAR race car driver to a country singer. You say something racial,
shut it down.
All type of repercussions is coming down. Concert tours, commercials. People are coming, man. You about to shut down shop.
But watch this. I think because this is getting so much coverage, I believe that eventually he's going to release. He's going to have to leave, because just think about it, man. I'm telling you, man, it isn't like what it was back in the day when stuff gets swept under the rug. Social media, man, will get people to when you get enough pressure, and when it starts digging in your pockets, they're going to make the choice and decision for you. Be like, hey, man, Urben, let me help you. Let me help you out, man. That hire that you just made, we can't have that. There's too much pressure.
That's a great point, because it's the sponsors, man. If the fans start to say stuff, they start to say, hey, your brand is associated with these guys, and these guys represent racism. I'm not going to support your brand. Guess what, man? We're not going to open up these pocketbooks, man. We're not going to pay for that signage in the stadium. We're not going to pay for that. We're not going to pay for that. You just talked about the salary caps going down because they're hurting for revenue. So hey, they're not going to tolerate. But that's where it's got to come from, right? Yeah. To say, hey, Urben, look, man, you might be the checks and balances here, but man, that ain't going to work, man. That's not going to work.
Man, trust me, so many coaches get fired because of the fans and even shows like ours and stuff like that. People talking. When people start talking, it starts circling around. Man, I'm gonna let you know right now. That stuff, man, it get legs. Man, yep.
Yeah.
I myself drove right into the shootout. Reed son got into the police. Yep, in Philly. See?
Yeah, poor Andy Reid, man. His sons, man. I tell you, man, your kid, man. It's a situation. But man, I'm gonna tell you, man, your son gets in an accident, and you 2 days away, 3 days away from one of the biggest games in your life. Distracted, man. Football players are routine, man. Everything is routine. And something throw off their routine, man. It's the worst thing. But Tampa Bay still got in that butt though. So, but it's still,
Speaking of Tampa Bay, man, y'all seen Tom Brady, man? Got a little sip, man. Got to hold that brother up, brother. He was walking sideways, man. And I was listening. I think someone who played with him. They was like, "Listen, Tom Brady can turn it up." Chug it up, man. This joker threw the Super Bowl trophy from one boat to the next. So I want to know your thoughts on that, man, about Tom Brady holding his liquor.
Who want to go first? Mike, you want to go first or you want me to go?
Go ahead, my brother. You the guest.
Let me tell you, man, when I saw the pictures, right, the first thing was that trophy toss, right? I said, man, is there nothing that Tom Brady can't do? I'm like, I honestly think if that thing had come up short, that them cats would have dove in the water, man, to retrieve that trophy, man. That's how much they love that cat, man. It was crazy to see that. Then the second thing is when he was walking off, man, and his boy was beside him. I said, man, he got some good partners. Because his boy didn't let him earl in front of everybody. His boy didn't let him fall and trip in front of everybody. His boy just held him up and got him beyond the cameras. So he's got some good friends, man. But I was just laughing, man. I was like, Tom, man, Tom living the golden life right now.
Living the good life, baby.
The whole Tampa Bay team has been doing it big, man. I was just surprised, man. I mean, I think even Tom Brady's son, you could hear the little kid, "Daddy, no." And this dude, I mean, he had to rock it and give the old heave ho. One of the Tampa Bay players got on a horse and rode around the stadium. He said he's going to take a ride on the stallion. Gronkowski setting it off. I don't know what he was doing. Looked like he was doing a Patty Duke. The spank. I don't know, y'all. I was like, what in the world's going on? So, man, they all having a good time. Tom Terrific probably had a little bit too much tequila, man. That's why I had to. That's why I had to stop with that tequila, man. His boy holding him up and being there, man. That's what friendship's all about. That's what teammates.
What it's all about.
It's supposed to do.
It's all about.
I just thought it was good. Like I said, man, they looked out for him. It's kind of like your boy growing up, man. Because I never drank, so I was always the designated driver. Well, I was always the guy, man, looking out for my friend. Like, all right, man, you had too much to drink, man. I got you, brother. I'll make sure you get home. Because it's like the parents. I was the guy to where if they had kids and they know the kids was riding with me, they say, "Oh, you good," because we know Dennis, he ain't out there doing cricket. I played basketball and stuff, and one thing I always took pride in, I didn't want to embarrass my parents, so I wasn't out there doing nothing crazy. So the parents were always like, "Hey, you know what? I know if he's with Dennis, he's good. Even if he had a little bit too much to drink, I already know Dennis gonna make sure that brother get back home." I was just that type of guy. So that's the first thing came to mind, man. When I saw Tom Brady walking sideways, I said, "You know what? That's the designated guy to make sure so the man get home safely, man."
You know what? That's good information to know. So when I'm in Charlotte, they playing the Knicks, man. I would just keep them coming, man. You know what I'm saying? So I know you got the wheel, Nick. I know you got the wheel.
You got some place to lay your head, all that good stuff.
Now listen, man. I hate to be the devil advocate, but I got to go here, man. Let's just say last year, if Mahomes was staggering, tossing a trophy all across the river to his boys, had to be held up, would he be getting the same love, man?
I think so.
I don't think so. You wouldn't see him in them State Farm commercials.
Hey,
I don't think so.
I think so. Patrick Mahomes, man, is really the face of the NFL.
Okay.
So if he's not breaking, it's not like Tom Brady. He didn't get locked up or anything. So he didn't break any laws. He wasn't out there driving.
So we got to get locked up to make it hot.
Hey,
well, what about Russell Wilson a few years? Russell Wilson staggering. He's throwing the trophy. He's still getting love.
Hey, man, I'm just saying.
We're good.
Love, baby.
We're good.
Man.
He goes say Holland going back to the college days. I didn't drink, man. I didn't touch it, man. I think I had a half a Michelob, and I said, "Yep, I think I'm nice."
Oh my goodness, man! That's what's up, man. I'm not sure. Hey, man, your guys in the UFC?
Oh yeah, man.
You got the big fight coming up this week. I mean, I kind of thought this guy Usman. Hey,
I got him hands down. I got him hands down.
Yeah, man. I think. Hey, but this is the thing. T-Champ, are you in the UFC fighting, man, my brother?
I'm not in the UFC, but I'm gonna listen to you, brothers. I know it's a hard sport.
Hey, when you get a chance, man, hope you can watch this fight this weekend because Usman is fighting the guy he used to spar with. Him and this guy, Burns, who he's actually fighting against, they used to be in the same camp together. And sometimes we fight, man, we talk boxing. You know, we was waiting on the next big fight so we'd be able to talk some boxing. But UFC, I watched that a little bit, man. And I let you know, that's going to be a good fight, man. They at 170, great fight. The one thing I like, man, Usman, one guy that he fought a couple of fights ago, man, guy was a Trump fan and talking all his trash. Usman broke that joker jaw. And so now you want to fight Usman. He said, listen, I broke your jaw. So you don't have nothing to say to me. I broke your jaw, bro.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, man. I really am. I'm very looking forward to it. So I'll be there.
That is going to be a great fight, man. I mean, my brother, he really is the total package. If he wins tonight, if he wins on Saturday, then he will bring George St. Pierre consecutive victories at 12 with the and so he'll have 13, so he'll break that. So if you get a chance, watch that fight, man. That's going to be a good fight, man. So it's good. So all right, now we say it again.
I said, yep, I'm ready, man.
Now we're gonna go to what you guys have been waiting for. The question of all questions. Hey, I already knew that. Hey, I already knew.
Give it to him, T.
You know what time it is.
Break it out.
You know what time it is. I can't let Mike Nice represent
baby.
You guys know this is special. Hey, this is special.
Bring my Ewings out that closet today.
Come on,
hey, hold on a second, fellas. Hold on a second.
Come on, man.
This is special guest Friday. It's also extended Friday where we go a little bit long. So I say the best for last. Hey, where all these Knicks fans at your boy Cedric out there want to see it too. Wait, all y'all, comment, chime in.
You might have to look through some stuff. Can't find this
They're gonna send your boy. I had the nerve to send your boy some long drawn out message to your boy. Yeah, we about to get it in right now. Cedric, I should have had you on the show so I can address you directly, my brother. That's how I got it.
Man, that's right.
So
all New York fans,
my question to you are the Knicks, the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Here we go. One is good. Toss. First of all, man. First of all, don't ever come for the Knicks, man. You know how we get down. Don't even compare us to that. And listen, man. I'm gonna move that to the side, but that is a H to the null. HE double.
Don't avoid the question. Justify how the Knicks are not the Dallas Cowboys, and the reason why I said I'm gonna give you this stat. You said yesterday that the Knicks was the number one financial franchise and all about. It's not. It's them boys.
Y'all no, my brother. We got them.
Hey,
we got them, man.
I look the numbers up. Trust me when I tell you this.
You look on Forbes. You on Forbes?
Yes, sir. The New York Knicks are 5.4 billion. Them boys are 5.7.
Okay, well, check this out. Let me answer your question. Let me answer your question, man.
Answer my question.
Number one.
You
have never heard a Knicks fan say every single beginning of the season, we're going to the NBA championship. So that eliminates all of that. See, we're not delusional. We always been real. We have always been real. And let me tell you something. New York record might not be all that, but them fans stay stacked in Madison Square Garden. We got that attendance. And I only say that to say this. You can't be playing no piss poor performance basketball and don't think that Madison Square crowd ain't gonna let you have it. Give me that Michael Ray Richardson again. What was that? Big said.
He said he go to war as Michael Ray Richardson.
Jason chimed in too. Welcome, Jason. Welcome, my brother.
Oh, yes, I'm loving it.
Yeah. And what?
That's right.
And what?
Hit him with it, said. Said might need that invite on the show, man.
Hey,
bring my room dog on. Bring him on. Oh, look, man.
What's up, TJ?
The short answer is no. I thought we was gonna talk about the Knicks versus them Hornets, but there is no way that we're like the Dallas Cowboys. Like Mike Nice just said, look, we not out here saying we're gonna go win the NBA championship and all that. But look, we're gonna compete, we're loyal, and we're realists, man. And we're gonna call our team garbage. Okay, and we're gonna be real, and we're gonna get up and roll it. We're not gonna fantasize about Jerry Jones all of a sudden gonna pull us out and sound a magical player. We know it's hard work. Look, the other thing too is you got to look at the sports. The NBA is so hard to win in when you get down. You either got to get lucky with a lottery pick, or you need just guys say, hey, we want to play together, or we want to do all of that. The Cowboys have had 25 years of ineptitude. They've had the opportunity to miss the playoffs in 1 year and potentially go to the Super Bowl and win it like Tampa Bay did. But the whole thing is Jerry Jones has gotten in the way of the team and messed it up. So no,
hold on. Don't mean to cut you off, T-Chan, but this is important before I forget. Knicks fans will not line up in Madison Square Garden and pump somebody like they used to do Romo for 12 years.
There you go.
12 years a slave. What I'm trying to tell you is I've been in the Garden, and if you Starks, Ewing, Mason, Oak, you getting all kind of boos if you garbage. And we will let you know that. Unlike them Boys fans who worship there. Hold on. Don't let the Ewings. The Ewings, baby. The Ewings.
So you got to So let me. This is the reason why I say you like them, or like I say, mediocrity. Haven't won. When the last time y'all won the championship?
You said the Knicks are mediocre.
Yeah.
On the court. Wait. Okay, so we went from delusional.
Am I gonna get an opportunity to break some things down and you guys give you guys some nuts?
He is a
Charles Smith cannot drive in New York without deep security, shades, and witness protection program.
The minute you say Charles out your mouth, you're getting booed in New York City.
Hey, this is the reason.
It's not followed by Charles Oakley.
Hey, this is the reason why. This is the reason why I say that. As far as comparing y'all the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA. And the reason why I say that is, one, y'all start with your ownership. Y'all can't stay. Hey, Jerry Jones, the dumb decision he be making there, and Dolan making a dumb decision that he be making New York Knicks. But we can say y'all finally have a better coach than y'all do. Like what you guys are doing here in the past. But prior to this year, even when I talked to other Knicks fans, man, they said the problem is Dolan. So it starts at
we know that.
That's my thing. So my thing is that y'all haven't won a chip in a very, very long time. But I must agree with T. Champ said that it is much harder to win the championship than it is in the NBA than the NFL. I agree. I agree with you 100% on that. So to me, I'm talking more or less organization-wise. I'm not talking about the culture as far as off the court, as I try to said. I'm talking about the culture on the court. What is the culture, man? I mean, yeah, you're gonna support your team. Like me, as you know, I'm a Charlotte fan. I'm a Hornets fan. Yeah, and I'm gonna talk about
zero championships.
You're sure right by that. We've only been in existence for how long? But hey, I'll let you
1988,
know.
1988.
Yep. 88 what?
Plenty of time.
1988 what?
The year 1988.
What's significant about
when
it?
the first version of the Hornets came out?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought you told Chad, well, you got no chip. We can't even get our ownership to get the right pieces in place to get the right players there. I don't got no problem saying that.
You can't hardly come down on my man's Hornets because he comes down with them. That's the difference, baby.
I'm a realist, baby. Hey,
you talking about 34th Street, man. We just not gonna let it go down like that.
Hey, I'm a realist, man. Hey, what you say? When I can see a problem, brother, I'm gonna say, hey, that's a problem. I'm gonna go the other way. The problem is, man, we keep making these bonehead decisions as far as general manager putting the wrong people on the franchise and all. Prime example, we be spending money where it shouldn't be spent, and I think y'all probably saying the same thing as Knicks fan.
And I'm gonna say another same thing that you said. Put me in the GM, and I guarantee you, Madison Square getting cleaned out. we getting pieces, baby, getting pieces. 2 years, GM, Madison Square, 34th, we coming.
But watch this. So you mean to tell me by you guys? I know they were saying, okay, the unicorn didn't want to stay in New York. Okay, got that. But I would have got more than Dennis Smith Jr. back for the darn unicorn.
Okay, you're right. But so let's go here.
Me, man, and that's what I'm saying. Bonehead decisions, man, is going to kill your franchise.
And he didn't want to stay in New York because of the way Phil was treating Melo. See, you always got to know the reason.
That. But Dolan made that decision to bring Phil, and Phil was never viewed as a general manager. He's always viewed as a good head coach. But the thing I tell him about Phil Jackson, show me a place the way he's going and win without superstar players.
See, when Phil came, Phil would have been better being a coach and GM. Okay. Yes. Phil put Derek in, okay, who didn't do anything, okay, and it just messed up the entire team, right? He wanted to put Kurt Rambis, just messed up the entire team. But man, Phil Jackson, let's not revisit that, man. He literally stole money from us, man. Literally stole money from us. Till they just said, you know what, Phil, your services are no longer needed. It's terrible, man. And it was a downside when he held a press conference and talked about and belittled the team. He did, like Mike talks about how you treat people. He didn't treat Carmelo. Did y'all see Carmelo last night? Man, did y'all see Carmelo light it up last night?
Hey, so he got Oscar Robertson record? Did he break Oscar Robertson record? All he needed was 12 points.
Yeah. He went off last night. That's the reason why they beat Philly. On
fire, man, in the fourth quarter. So look. They did not treat Carmelo right. I hate when they got rid of Mike Woodson because Mike Woodson was building something there.
He's back now. He's back.
Back now.
Just a coach. Mike Woodson should have never left. He was a good coach.
Yes, he was.
And he related to the team well. Okay, and it was probably one of the best 2 years consecutive that Carmelo had. Because they kind of built the team around Carmelo and did a few things, and then J.R. Smith was in the club with Rihanna acting crazy. We haven't been the same since. Okay.
Hey, you know what? I just forgave Rihanna recently because she had the nerve to say that the Knicks were trash and it wasn't her fault.
Oh my God.
People was blaming JR for hanging out with her for the performance of the Knicks in bringing down the team, and she blurted that out. I have since forgiven Rihanna for that.
You forgave her?
Because I understand J.R. Hennessy Smith, so I moved it out the way.
But watch this, man. I'm going to talk about hold on 1 second, D-Champ. You're going to like this one. I'm going to talk with brother, man. I don't like sisters to be trying to break up happy homes. I had an issue with Rihanna putting on that LeBron James shirt, laying on the darn beach, knowing this man is happily married, trying to cause doggone problems in that. And I'm a LeBron James fan. All the coach stuff. Hey, I don't like stuff like that. So hey, I had an issue with Rihanna ever since that point. Just go ahead, my brother.
So you know what? You're right about that, Nick. I'm gonna agree with you on that. That was highly uncalled for.
You know she wanted to see it outside behind the backside of after the game.
Savannah don't play that.
So
you know,
go ahead,
Phil set us back. Okay, and now I think we're finally getting back on track. Okay, and we got a coach in place. Man, you know, we're number one in defense, man, and our point differential is like 1.4 in terms of, you know, points we've given up versus the points we've scored. So we're in a lot of games, okay? And I think it starts with that defense that we're starting to build in some of those aspects, and I think that stuff is important. But with Tibbs, you're gonna have to bring it, man, if you're gonna play on the team now, right? And I like that, and I like building those things, right? But we also gotta get some lucky breaks, man. We you know, that stuff.
Hey, I asked you a question to you and Mike, man. I think the credit is going. I don't think the credit is actually Tibbs who be getting the credit. I think y'all finally got a general manager there, man, is really making some good decisions.
I think so too.
So, like I said, I ain't trying to clown your Knicks, man, but I'm a realist. I really believe, man, people want to.
Hey, man, check this out. Check this out, man. It's just like somebody coming into your house, man. Only I can talk about my house.
Hey, look at D. Moses. He wish you away his jersey.
This brother is out of control.
Hey man, I'm not. No, that's just
stop it, D. Moses. Stop it, D. Moses. Stop that.
Hey, I got this kryptonite on my feet. Oh, no.
But listen, back to what I asked you. I know it's through text and all, but through the trade rumor, word on the street is Knicks looking at Bradley Beal and Victor Oladipo.
I don't think they can get Victor Oladipo because I don't think once a player has been traded, they're off the market. You can't trade for them again.
No, not this season. Not this season.
Oh, next year.
Yeah.
So, okay, it goes back to my conversation I was having with T Champ before you came on. So if you get Victor Oladipo, who plays shooting guard for you currently?
Sir, what was it?
Who plays shooting guard for the Knicks right now?
Look, I want the pieces, man. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be like the Lakers and the Celtics. I want the whole bench to be all-stars and go Hall of Fame. That's what we need to get back to. We're not talking about one or two pieces no more. We need somebody like all those 5 Celtics, all the 5 Lakers starters in them 80s, all of them going to the Hall. That's what we need. This building on 1 or 2 players, this selfishness probably cost the Lakers and Toronto, the Magic. I can keep going. I'm talking about Tracy McGrady days. Because you act like the 2 superstars can't be in the same place. And I'm not knocking AD, but word on the street is he wasn't trying to feel all that Zion action coming his way, man. It's about him and the Pelicans and what they can build. They got in his ear, yo, you know Zion coming. Yo, man, you might want to roll because they're going to be sweating that kid. We need as many superstars as we can get because the Nets ain't complaining. The Knicks ain't going to just stand there and watch the big 3 over there across the bridge and don't come back and do our own thing, man.
But this is the thing about and this is why I asked you on the last time we was on the show. I was like, who is the face of in order for you to build an organization effectively, someone has to be the face of your franchise. I'm not saying it can't be two people, but to me, man, I don't think Barrett is that guy that's going to take you guys to the promised land. To me, and I'll use an example. You can use the Memphis Grizzlies. We know as Ja and Jackson. Those are the 2 core pieces. Those 2 pieces aren't moving. Everybody else on your franchise will get moved, but those 2 pieces aren't moving. You can use Charlotte right now. The one piece that's not moving is ball. All the other pieces will move. To me,
okay, well then I'll go as far. I don't think Barrett can lead, but look like right now Julius Randle has stepped up because, as I said, he leads the team in points, he leads the team in rebounds, and he leads the team in assists. You cannot get rid of that dude because he has stepped his production way up. Like his Knicks numbers better than his Lakers numbers.
And so to me, so now we're getting to the point. Now you're addressing the question that I had. Who is the piece that you guys are going to build around? So to me, you're saying that Barrett is a piece that can, and to me, I think Barrett should be a piece that if you're trying to really get to that next step, I think Barrett should be a piece that be offered that will help you guys get to the next step. Because to me, Bradley Beal and Randolph there with you guys is a better fit than Bradley Beal and Barrett. To me, it's the pieces. To me, he brings a better piece to the Knicks than Barrett. That's all I'm saying.
So I think, you look at the league, you gotta have talent, you gotta have superstars and stuff. And if you look at a Bradley Beal who's got that is established, and you say, hey, we want Barrett, more upside on Beal. Right? So that's an important aspect. You're gonna have to give up something to get something.
Ron
right?
Cole, what's up?
But you got to have superstars. Look, your man Julius Randle's making $18 million a year, right? So he's taking his production up and all that, and you got to figure out, hey, we're gonna build around this guy. We need to build around this guy and do that. Now, if you're talking about marketing, okay, like R.J. Barrett in the Knicks or Julius Randle in the Knicks, that's still to be determined, because like it's LeBron James and the Lakers, it's still LeBron's team. He's still the face of it, even though AD is kind of transitioning. But come on, man, it's still all about LeBron. You know that because he's the most marketable, right? So I don't think R.J. Barrett has taken it up to be the most marketable, but Julius Randle is not really marketing himself like that either, right? So is he going to necessarily do that, right? But I think what's been proven in the last few years is that it's all about the talent, and the talent follows from the marketing standpoint. Everybody said, hey, LeBron has to be in New York, or the Greek Freak has to be in New York. Well, these brothers are proving you could be in Cleveland and you could be in Milwaukee, and if you're a star, you're going to shine, right? Because of the way the league is marketed. From that standpoint, used to be a time when we were coming up where if New York wasn't up and LA wasn't up and Boston wasn't up and Philly wasn't up, the NBA didn't matter. And then all of a sudden they just started creating. OKC came up, Milwaukee's come up, Phoenix has come up. So the league has done a good job at kind of spreading it across. My only problem with the league is that if you are a mediocre team, okay, D. Moses.
But you know what?
But hold. Moses,
hold on a second, Mike.
Type your team in, please. Please type your team in.
Hey, hold on a second, Mike and T-Jam. Moses make a good point, and this is the reason why I don't like ESPN. They cater to only those top 5 and 6 superstar players, as if you like for example, like you guys are Knicks fan. I root for Charlotte. So you mean to tell me because somebody's in root for the Lakers, they're more, a better fan than I am? It should be representing everybody. When you see like the Lakers play against somebody, it just highlights about LeBron James. You barely get any highlights about your team, as if they didn't play nobody. So that's the thing why I hate about ESPN and them advertising and promoting games. You're not promoting games. You're promoting only a couple of players that you solicited and reaching out to the fans on. But understand, you have fans that support these teams. So that's what I'm like. That's why I don't like talking about I'm glad you guys are Knicks fan. Like we said when we first started the show, it's about the squads that really don't get the look. We talking about the Knicks. We talking about Charlotte. We can talk about Atlanta. Ty Young just got got doggone fined $20,000 for getting in your face for some. So to me, man,
his little self,
bruh, he got heat. Hey, that's the face of the franchise. To me, man, I don't think the Knicks has that face yet.
But you know what? First of all, I'm gonna get Moses the MSG package. If they do show highlights, they'll just show what led to a victory. Okay, I'm waiting for D Moses to type his team.
Who's his team? Put your team up, D Moses.
I'm gonna find out, man. Hold on, I got him. Hold on, I can get him. But anyway, I'll say this, man. RJ has a clean cut image, and I do have the MSG package. They do give him a lot of time. New York loves that dude. He's trying to give it all he got. Julius has come in and wrecked shop. I need Julius Randle to go to the nearest bar because he can line all that up, man. He got to stop that nappiness, man. That Rasheed Wallace is played out. He got his braids done, but New York can bring that pain to Julius Randle's beard. Please, man. We got to do something. Teach him. Let's tweet him. We got to tweet him.
Oh, you're a Laker fan.
So you old school Lakers?
No.
Or new school?
New school. He followed LeBron.
Okay. I got the Knicks over the Wizards tonight.
I can see it. I can dig it.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
I'm a fire.
To me, man, you know what? RJ Barrett, believe it or not, is still upset with the fact that he was not the number one pick in last year's NBA draft.
But you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. My son knew that RJ Barrett was the number one high school player in the nation. I didn't even know who RJ Barrett was because it was all about Zion. But then once they went to, I had never heard of the kid. Once they went to Duke, I was like, okay, I see it. And then all of a sudden, they come to the league. Had never heard of this kid, man. I think he's originally from Canada.
Yeah, he's from Canada. But watch this. RJ Barrett has been jealous of Zion since they played in college ball. And if there was a game where Duke played, I don't know who the opponent was, and it was Zion was killing. Down the stretch, man, I don't know who made the decision. Instead of giving the ball to Zion and put it in his hand, they went through RJ Barrett, and he took the last shot. And there were several games like that. And they knew.
I'll agree with you, man. I would agree with you 100%. I saw that myself, and it looked like every time Zion went to the hole, RJ Barrett made it his business next to go to the hole just as strong or get a highlight dunk. I like when they work together, though. I remember when both of them was coming down, and the other one threw the other one an alley-oop, and the other one jumped in the air for him. They made a good impression, man. I actually got to see them in Colombia, man, when they played against Taco Falls. I was blessed to get some tickets to the University of Central Florida, man. Just awesome to see all of them Duke kids and all of the University of Central Florida. Taco Falls is incredible. If Taco Falls hadn't fouled out, they would have got Duke.
Yeah. Didn't they lose to USC, Mike? Didn't they lose to USC in that tournament? I think
2017.
Yeah.
No, watch this. This is what I talk about really building a franchise, trying to get your franchise built. And I'm gonna let you know, for example, Denver. Denver had Michael Porter Jr. They drafted him with the 13th pick. Mm-hmm. Now they also got Ball. Believe it or not, Ball is not a bad player. Ball just need to go to a team. I would love to have Ball in Charlotte. He's 7 foot tall with a jump shot. He put you in mind of kind of like Kevin Durant.
I've been watching him since high school, man. A great set of skills on that kid. I actually saw him at the Bojangles tournament here a few years ago. And I'm glad that, it's because of that bubble that he was given a chance to come up, and he got busy. He got so busy, they wanted to give him a drug test. I couldn't believe it. I'm dead serious. I am dead serious. Bol came from the league, did so good, they said we need to test him.
This is the problem. This is the problem I say about organization like the ones we root for, Charlotte as well as the Knicks. To me, when I see a talent like that, I don't go and sign Gordon Hayward for $32 million My thing is that I have a conversation with Denver to see what they're willing. He was drafted with the second round. What they're willing to give up for that piece, that where he can get he can get playing time, and he makes my team better. He's 7 foot with a jump shot and can handle the ball. He's gonna
work hard. He's hungry.
That now you understand my point. So that's what I'm saying. When you put me as the general manager of Charlotte, I would trust you, me, bro. It would not be no problem. Me though, getting these jokers to get to work. I would package up players, man, and get fellas who are hungry. Because this Michael Porter Jr., bro, being on Charlotte right now, just think about that. They would have never signed Gordon Hayward for that big contract. Now you saving money.
I need you to breathe, Nick.
Man, I gotta go all in on that.
Gordon's the man.
And watch this other trade. Instead of trading Kemba Walker to Boston, and I think I told you this, for the point guard, I would have actually asked for Brown. I would have traded Kemba Walker for Brown.
That's a beast, man.
Jalen is.
I've been watching him since high school as well, man.
Georgia boy.
Can flat out get down.
But watch this, Mike. At the time, Jaylen Brown wasn't starting. Gordon Hayward was starting before he got hurt again. Yeah. So when Kemba Walker came there, Jaylen Brown was coming off the bench. So I would have traded for Jaylen Brown. Now he said, okay, Jaylen, you're going to be the face of our franchise.
Wow, that would have been.
That's why they had to let Jalen and Kyrie. That's why they had to let Gordon Hayward and Kyrie leave, because those guys messed up the chemistry of that team.
I agree with you.
Jaylen Brown couldn't get the light, and he was pissed off. That team regressed the next year.
Couldn't get that chance. You can't deny that kid now, though.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying stuff like that, man. When you're looking to make major moves, those are the type of pieces you bring. Just imagine if Jaylen Brown was with the Knicks right now.
I'd be satisfied.
But my thing is that I'm quite sure, because realize at the time Boston, Kyrie was gone. So my thing is that at the time, Kemba Walker was viewed as the number one free agent out there. So my thing is, you dangle that piece of, okay, we're going to do a sign and trade. We want Jaylen Brown. We're going to give you guys Kemba Walker, and what other piece do you want? For example, when I never forget a couple of years ago that Boston Celtics was offering, what's going on, while Boston Celtics was offering 4 picks, and they wanted to the Charlotte Hornets, and they passed them up because they like Mike Gminski. The guy who's with Phoenix right now, who played for Wisconsin, the center. Boston was giving you
Kaminsky. Oh, wow.
Kaminsky. So you're giving up 4 picks for what? And then now he's out of Charlotte, and guess what? We still at the bottom cellar because they wanted Winslow. They wanted Winslow, who ended up signing with, who got drafted by the Miami Heat. So I would have gave up them 4 picks for him. But it's stuff like that, man, that makes me irritated. It's like, what dummies are making these decisions?
Hey, Watkins said that because if MJ didn't get along with the glove, he wouldn't get along with you either. If he can't get along with Gary Payton, he can't get along with you.
Hey, Watkins don't know what he's talking about. Put that bottle down, my Watt.
Nick, here's the question I have for you. I was looking at this today, man. Who makes the playoffs? Charlotte in the 7th position right now, and Knicks in the 10th position. Who makes the playoffs?
Nick. I don't want them to make the playoff. I want to be in the lottery again.
You guys got a tough schedule, man. You got a tough schedule.
This is the thing about Charlotte, man. What they had to make a decision on, you got to start ball. So you're going to have to move either Graham or you're going to have to move Rozier. One of those players you're going to have to move, because you can see definitely. Ball is a franchise. So now he started, and now you got to keep him in the starting lineup. Now Graham, he's been hurt, and I think he's just about to come back. But Graham, both of these guys are good pieces. So now what you do, you dangle that piece who need this type of player and be like, okay, what can you give us? And like Harry Giles. Harry Giles would have been another player I would have tried to sign, who played with Sacramento, free agent, who's with Portland. See, it's pieces like that you put on your team that you can build a franchise around. You don't cost that much money. Remember, I was telling you about Jackson with Detroit? He had 18 points the other night, and they're paying this joker $6 million a year.
Got a little bit of news for you, Nick, right quick, since we're talking about the NYK. Word on the street is JJ Redick want to come to the Knicks because he got family that lives there and he wants to be near them.
Hey, that's I'm gonna let you know. Philly right now regretting letting JJ Redick leave them.
Oh, definitely. Sharpshooter, man. He'd have fit right in. Yeah. JJ Redick got folks in Brooklyn.
Well, hold up. Watch it. What underrated talent Charlotte have on their squad? Who? I'm just trying to figure it out.
You need names, Watt. With an underrated
talent. Names. I definitely call them. And I'll let you know, the center that they got from Duke, man, I like that draft pick. But it sent him down to the G League. Now, hey, I'll tell you, man, we're going to have to do something with Moses, with your boy Moses, man.
Here we go. Oh, well, yeah, he doing it too. And you know what? You know what? Let me throw it out there. Let me throw it out there, Nick. Let me throw it out there. Let me throw it out there, Nick. In my 28-year career, I had the pleasure of serving with D. Moses, man. He's a good soldier, man. Yeah, known him for a few years, man. Sense of humor is impeccable. And we had some good times on some of these trips, man. These our ATs, man.
But my question to you, you hear what Watt said? I don't think Ball is underrated. Right now, man, rookie of the year is in Ball's hand.
Oh, he didn't came out that his peacock feathers are all the way out, man.
Yeah. Everybody, hey, they were just saying
it's a great pick.
If you had to start a franchise, who would you start with? Ball or Ja?
Ooh.
Ball or Ja?
Ja.
I mean, to be in Ja conversation, you got to be good.
That's a legit conversation.
That's a legit question. Yeah.
Because the one thing I like about Ball, he makes, as well as Ja, they make their players, they make everybody around them better.
Please don't mention that name. That guy should be a Nick. Josh should be a Nick.
Figure that, man. Everybody wanted Josh. Phoenix said the same thing.
Look,
I almost got over that T
Nick,
until you put that nail in there.
25, 30 years, the lottery been the same. We get the worst record, and they decide they want to change the probability in that year.
Oh man! Money Cole, I wish you was on. I wish you were on the show. As you know,
I was praying we would be two. I didn't want Zion. I wanted Ja.
Hey, now you see Moses getting to my point, bro. You can't teach 6'7", bro. And you know, Ja's my man, $50 grand in Memphis, bro. I love him, man. I know his whole entire family, bro. But you can't teach 6'7", bro.
But Nick, it's where the game is right now. Zion, you got to get the ball to Zion. Ja can dominate with
No. That's not what we're talking about. We talking about Ja and Ball. We ain't talking about
Ja and Ball. Okay.
Ja and Ball.
I'm still back on the draft pick.
Nick likes the way LaMelo distributes the ball, man. He likes his assist skills, man. Right. Big man coming down that can pass.
Now, I'm going to ask you a question, Mike.
I know you like that, brother, man.
No, I'm going to ask you a question. What would Ball look like on the Knicks?
Oh, man. The resurrection, man. Resurrection.
He would be on a building right now.
Hey, we would have to play Dougie Fresh with the keep coming out there. Keep rising to the top. Give it all you got.
So that now you understand my point.
New day. I got you.
To me, man, between Ball and Ja, bro, to me, whoever you pick, you can't go wrong with either one of them. To me, man, it's compared. I understand Ja's been in the league for 1 year more, but you can't teach 6'7" and running like down the court like a gazelle and still getting everybody involved in the game. But you can't also teach that guy that got that go go magic in his back pocket, say, hey, let's go. I'm going to put you on my back. We're going to get this thing done. Who really got that tiger in his heart? So it's like, dude, bruh, you can't go wrong with either one of them.
Right.
And players are going to want to play with those guys too, man.
Thank you, bro.
Players are going to want to play with those guys.
They're going to want to play with it, man. They love playing with Ja down the middle. Like I said, when I see them joker, they love Ja in Memphis. And you know the love him in South Carolina, brother. When that joker came to South Carolina, man, you should see the love they get. But I'm going to let you know, in Charlotte, they love ball in Charlotte.
Oh, yeah. Who would?
Watch this. Because it's not about his father. It's about ball.
No, no, it's about him, man. He's holding his own. He's holding his own, man.
Bro, you saying Ja's a better scorer, but the thing about it is, Ball, he don't worry about score. His focus is, I want to get everybody involved, and I can score when I need to score. So he just
got there. He just got there. We're talking December the 22nd, coming off the bench and getting busy. The brother ain't been in the league but about 2 months strong, man. He's coming. He's already proved he can drop points.
Bruh.
He's giving you the arsenal. He's showing you everything. And ain't no knock on Ja.
Right. We're not knocking Ja. We ain't doing that.
But it shows you the difference that great talent can make, right? Like the right pick, all that stuff, man, could just change the feeling of where you think a franchise is going to go.
To me, that's why I was talking about the Knicks as it pertains to the Knicks. And it's not a knock. It's just like you were saying. If Ja would have ended up with the Knicks, ain't no doubt you have a piece that regardless of what they offer you, you're not trading that piece. Now that means that's that franchise you're gonna build around. Unless you like Bill, you've been there for an extended period of time and your time is worn out and you ready to go. And they say Bill should have never signed that contract to come back with Washington, but he loved the community. So that's the only thing I was saying about the Knicks. I still think they need that piece that they say, okay, young fella, we building around you. Everybody gonna be struggling. To me, the same thing happened in Memphis. To me, because before Ja got there, it was Jackson. Now there's no doubt Ja's the face of that franchise. The only concern is whether make sure Ja and Jackson continue to be on the same page, building as a unit. And don't get jealous, because we thought the same thing in OKC when it was KD and Westbrook. These young guys going to build and grow. And we know Westbrook, and then they had Harden. They're like, man, then Westbrook got jealous. He wanted to be the face of the franchise. Instead of saying, KD, nah, you that guy. I don't mind. I'm your compliment. Kyrie had to realize that when LeBron came back there. He said, LeBron, you the guy. No, but when they won the chip, just think about it. The first time when LeBron got back the first time, they didn't win the chip. Kyrie got hurt. We understand Draymond made the bonehead decision, but the point is, without Kyrie, they wouldn't have been there. But Kyrie realized LeBron was the guy. That's all I'm saying.
There's a thing about being the guy, and then there's a thing about being like the number two. It's tough being a guy like LeBron. It's tough being those guys, man. And Kyrie thought he could be that guy, and he went to Boston and realized he wasn't that guy. You know.
Yeah.
And
I don't think he wanted to be in his shadow. I know he don't think he was the guy, because
you don't think so.
I think he was the Robin to the Batman, and he didn't want to be Robin anymore. He thought he could go solo, but I just know good and well he didn't think he was on Bron level.
Right.
But the thing about Kyrie Irving, man, it's a different mentality. Where you have to have a different mentality, man. Like it's like wherever LeBron goes, he know he's the guy. He know what he can accomplish, but it's like he makes everybody around him better. It's like he boosts their confidence up.
Yeah. I mean, look, man, he handpicks his people, man. They come in already with the butter. They come in with it, man. He ain't had to refine AD. AD was getting busy. Caruso.
But they didn't have to trade AD though. They didn't have to trade AD. He was still on the contract. So they made the choice to trade AD. He couldn't get AD but they realized they were going to lose AD. Yeah. So they said, hey, I'd rather get something than nothing for him. They could have shipped 80. They look at all the assets. They could have shipped 80 to Toronto if they wanted to. But the Lakers had the better package. So I can understand why he ended up with the Lakers. Let's think about who they got. They got Ball. We already see what's the name is an all-star right now.
Ingram.
They got Ingram, right. The Ingram. They had they got like 4 players from them. They got Hart, who's arguably 6th man of the year, debating with him, my old boy down with the Utah Jazz. So my thing is that, and they got that draft pick from them. So they got a king ransom for them. So it is what it is, man. All right, fellas, man, we done went triple overtime today. This was an amazing show.
Good deal. Good having you, T-Champ, man. Always, baby.
I enjoyed it, man. It's good talking to you, Mike, and Nick, nice meeting you as well, man. I had a ball. I'm looking forward to seeing the guests next week too. Hey, Mike, guess what, man? Guess what me and T-Champ found out, man? We family, bro. We family. We got family. We family, bro. Okay. His wife from the crib, brother. From Sumter. From Sumter, South Carolina.
Wow, small.
She went to school with my uncle and my cousin, man.
Okay.
Man. Small world. Small world. Wow.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Mike, you got any important shots, my brother?
I think I can speak on behalf of all the brothers respectively. We spoke about the 2 tennis queens today, and we have to acknowledge those outfits over the past couple of years. And I noticed that Serena gave it up to Flojo the other day in Australian Open when she moved forward. I don't know if you caught that or not. If not, catch it with your significant others, if you will. That's all I have.
Okay, hey man,
and happy Valentine's Day, brothers, to all your queens.
Hey, brother, y'all go get your painting. Hey,
get the flowers, baby.
Got to get the basket.
Flowers. You go get them flowers. Hey, I'm in Kentucky. I'm land, but brother already got his stuff in the bag. When you get off the plane, got something behind the depth. She gonna be looking. Look at brother. Side eye like, okay, I know he got me something. So I'm just saying, brother, yeah, it's all good. So y'all brothers go make sure you take care of your sweetie pie. All your beautiful sisters out there have a Valentine's Day too. Even my brothers, man. Like I say, they ain't always about the sisters.
Exactly.
Forgetting about us, man. It's a 2-way street. I already know my honey bun got something for a brother, but it's okay. Hey, we gonna play cops and robbers for Valentine's Day.
Careful.
Damn it. Hey, man. Hey, my man T-Champ, appreciate you, my brother, man.
Enjoy it, brother.
Always a pleasure.
Yes. What we might do now, I'm trying to get my sister to come back on, y'all. We might have you and Cole on here at the same time one day, man. That'll be interesting. You and Cole together. We may have to do that, man. So
we'll do.
Yeah. Hey, family. I'm Nick.
I'm Mike.
We're military brothers talking sport. Appreciate you guys.